You're holding it right now. Maybe. Or maybe you haven't held one in years, but at some point in your life, you held a pencil. You wrote with it. You drew with it. You erased your mistakes with it, and it felt natural. It felt right. But here's the thing. The pencil is 500 years old. 500 years. And in that time, we've invented pens. We've invented computers. We've invented tablets. We've invented voice recognition. We've invented everything. But we still use pencils. We still prefer them. Why? Think about it. A pencil is just a stick of graphite wrapped in wood. That's it. It's not high-tech. It's not modern. It's ancient. It's primitive. But it's still here. It's still everywhere. Students use pencils. Artists use pencils. Architects use pencils. Even in the age of digital, everything, the pencil refuses to die. Why? What is it about this simple object that makes it so powerful? What is it about the pencil that makes us choose it over everything else? In this video, we'll uncover the hidden history of the pencil. We'll discover how it was invented. We'll understand why it became so popular. We'll see how it survived the invention of the pen. We'll learn why people prefer it over computers. And we'll find out what the pencil tells us about human nature. Because the history of the pencil isn't just about writing. It's about freedom. It's about mistakes. It's about the psychology of impermanence. It's about why we need the ability to erase. For thousands of years, humans wrote. We used charcoal, we used chalk, we used ink, we used everything. But nothing was perfect. Charcoal was messy, chalk was fragile, ink was permanent. You couldn't erase ink. Once you wrote something in ink, it was there forever. If you made a mistake, you had to start over. You had to grab a new sheet of paper. You had to rewrite everything. It was exhausting. It was frustrating. It was limiting. Then, in the 16th century, something changed. In England, people discovered graphite, a black mineral. At first, they didn't know what it was. They thought it was a type of lead, so they called it plumbago, Latin for lead ore. But it wasn't lead. It was graphite. And it had a special property. It could write on paper. It could write. And unlike ink, it could be erased. You could wipe it away. You could make mistakes and fix them. At first, people just used raw graphite. They wrapped it in string. They held it in their hands. It was messy. Your hands got dirty. Your clothes got stained, but it worked. And people loved it. Because for the first time, they could write and erase. They could make mistakes without consequences. They could experiment. They could be creative. Then, in the 18th century, a man named Nicolas-Jacques Conté had an idea. He mixed graphite with clay. He heated it. He created a solid stick. He wrapped it in wood. And he invented the modern pencil. The pencil as we know it today. And it was revolutionary, because now you could write without dirtying your hands. You could erase without making a mess. You could make mistakes and fix them. You could be free. But here's what's fascinating. When the pen was invented in the 19th century, people didn't abandon the pencil. The pen was better in many ways. It was cleaner. It was more permanent. It looked more professional, but people still use pencils. Why? Because the pencil has something the pen doesn't have: an eraser. The ability to undo. The ability to make mistakes without consequences. This is psychology. Deep psychology. People fear making permanent mistakes. We fear commitment. We fear being wrong forever. A pen forces you to commit. A pen forces you to be right the first time. But a pencil? A pencil gives you freedom. A pencil says, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to erase. It's okay to try again. Think about it. When you write with a pen, you're careful. You think before you write. You hesitate. You're tense. But when you write with a pencil, you're relaxed. You're creative. You're willing to take risks. You're willing to make mistakes. Because you know you can erase them. The eraser isn't just a tool. It's psychological permission. It's freedom. And that's why students prefer pencils. That's why artists prefer pencils. That's why architects prefer pencils. Because in school, in art, in design, you need to experiment. You need to try things. You need to make mistakes. And the pencil allows it. The pencil encourages it. The pencil says, be bold, make mistakes, erase and try again. But there's more. The pencil is also about impermanence. A pencil mark fades, it smudges, it disappears. Unlike a pen, which is permanent, the pencil is temporary. And people love temporary things. We love things that can change. We love things that aren't fixed forever. The pencil represents possibility. The pencil represents the future. The pencil says, nothing is permanent. Everything can change. Then came the computer, the digital revolution, and everyone thought, this is it. The pencil is dead. No one will use pencils anymore. Everyone will type. Everyone will use keyboards. Everyone will use digital tools. But something unexpected happened. The pencil didn't die. It survived. It thrived. Why? Because computers have a problem. Computers are too permanent. When you type something on a computer, it's there. It's saved. It's copied. It's permanent. You can delete it. But it's still in the cloud somewhere. It's still in your history. It's still there. And that creates anxiety. It creates pressure. It creates the feeling that everything you write is permanent. Everything you do is recorded forever. The pencil doesn't have this problem. The pencil is temporary. The pencil is forgiving. The pencil is private. When you write with a pencil, no one watches. No one records. No one judges. You're free. You're alone with your thoughts. You can make mistakes, and no one will ever know you made them. You can erase, and no one will ever know you made a mistake. And that's why people still use pencils. That's why students still prefer pencils over computers. That's why writers still use pencils. Because the pencil represents freedom. The pencil represents privacy. The pencil represents the ability to be wrong without consequences. In a world that's increasingly digital, increasingly permanent, increasingly recorded, the pencil is a rebellion. The pencil is freedom. And here's the pattern again. QWERTY, sleep, and now the pencil. All of them. Old systems, all of them imperfect. All of them have better alternatives. But we still use them. We still prefer them. Why? Because they work. Because we're used to them. Because they give us something new. Systems don't give us. The pencil gives us freedom. The pencil gives us the ability to make mistakes. The pencil gives us the ability to erase. The pencil gives us impermanence. The pencil gives us privacy. And in a world that's becoming more digital, more permanent, more recorded, the pencil is more valuable than ever. So next time you hold a pencil, think about it. Think about 500 years of history. Think about Nicolas-Jacques Conté. Think about the invention of the eraser. Think about the psychology of impermanence. Think about why you prefer the pencil over the pen. Think about why you prefer the pencil over the computer. And maybe, just maybe, you'll appreciate this simple object a little more. Because the pencil isn't just a tool for writing. It's a tool for freedom. It's a tool for creativity. It's a tool for making mistakes without fear.